Hello there, morons. It's Victor and...
ともこです。
Hi guys, today we're responding to an article on the Japan Times.
はい。The war on katakana starts 何 at school.
The war on katakana starts at
私
school.
の英語全部カタカナだって言ってるんですか
So sometimes I got an email from someone a while ago saying, why does Tomoko speak with katakana English? What do you think
ご
about
め
that?
んね
What do you think?
そう、もうカタカナを最初に習っちゃうんだ
They
も
always
ん
they were taught katakana in the beginning. But anyway, this article is by our good friend of the show,
はい
Baye McNeil, known as Loco in Yokohama.
はい
And he's on Twitter quite a bit. He's got a couple of books out, which I bought both of his books. I haven't gotten through the second one yet, but I've got to. And when I will, he will be on the show again with probably with Hiko Simon. Maybe not. Maybe I'll have them all to myself. But anyway, anyway, he wrote an article about the problems of katakana
はい
and how it's ruining
はい
Japanese ability to communicate in English. What do you think?
そうだねでもまあカタカナで覚えたっていうのもあるんだけど
They learned their first English was introduced through katakana.
そうだねでも本当の発音は本当違
But
う
real pronunciation is different.
だから今小学生なんかね、やっぱり違うってことを教える
So we're teaching Shogakusei, the elementary school students, the difference.
そう
Let's give them an example.
はい、
You
そ
wanna
うだ
do
ね
this? Okay?
例えば
So I'll give in English.
あ、そうだねそうしよ
Are
う
you gonna do it? Or you want to give Japanese first? Let's give Japanese first.
ジャパニーズファーストね、
Okay.
じゃあハム
Ham. Ham. Okay? We'll give you a few, right?
はい、それからフォーク
Fork.
フォーク
Fork. Okay?
ドッグフード
That's an easy one. Dog food.
ドッグフード
Dog food.
暑いことホット
Hot.
違う
Hot.
そ
Right?
れからチケット
Ticket. Ticket.
ビデオ
Video.
ビデオ
Video. Do it two times. Right?
はいじゃあバレンタインデー
Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. Is that right?
バレンタインデー
Valentine's Day.
フットボール
Football.
フットボール
Football.
カメラ
That's pretty close. Camera.
カメラ
Camera.
バイオリン
Violin.
バイオリン
Violin.
じゃああとはバッグは同じ 近い
Bag.
か
Bag.
バッグ
The American A sound is more ah. British is closer to the Japanese, but bag. Bag.
じゃあコーヒ
So that one you might not get. One more time.
ーコーヒ
Coffee.
ー違うね
Coffee.
そうミルク
Milk.
ミルク
Milk.
違うね
And the biggest one, we can do this forever, right? But the biggest one is that famous fast food restaurant that sells
マクド
hamburger.
ナルド
One more time.
マクドナルド
McDonald's.
マクドナルド
McDonald's.
わ
Completely
かん
different.
ない
Right?
よね
Completely different. Anyway, so these are some of the examples. But according to the article that Bay wrote, he interviewed quite a few people. We'll link to the article in the description. But some people want it to be eliminated completely. You think it's possible?
どうかな
But you know what I was thinking about? What do you think? No? Would you like to get rid of katakana?
でもねカタカナという文字も習うから書くこと小学生がね
So they learn how to write it. So
そうだから
it's impossible to get rid of it. Number one, right? And it's used, but for those of you who don't know, there are two syllabaries. Syllabaries, syllabary, like alphabet. I think I said that right. Anyway, one is of course hiragana, and the other one is katakana.
そうだね
In incorrect but easy English, basically they're alphabets. Okay, technically not really, but anyway, some of the linguistic nutcases, nerds, otakus will go crazy in the comments. It's not an alphabet. So, believe me, I've had this discussion many times
ま
before.
だ
So anyway,
はい
the hiragana is basically used for local Japanese
そう
words,
だね
right?
日本のものとか
And katakana used mostly for special words
そう
or
外来ものっていう
外来語
外来語に使うんだよね
So foreign words, basically. 外来語, foreign words.
そうだね
But sometimes we use katakana to emphasize something. For example, kireru.
切れるの時、切
Kireru,
れを
when
カタ
someone
カナ。
snaps, when someone loses their
そうね。
marbles and goes crazy and starts getting
あ
violent.
と、ハマるの時とか。
For kireru, they use katakana for the first two.
Hi.
The last one is hiragana, right?
Hi.
Kireru. So it's bizarre, you know?
Hi.
It doesn't really make sense. And we also use it for city names, right? Foreign cities.
東京、
Right?
あ、フォーレンシ
No,
ティは
foreign
そりゃ、
cities.
ミネソタとかなんでミネソ
Yeah,
タとか
everything
ね。
katakana, of course, right?
ニューヨークとかも。
But I noticed that elementary school kids will sometimes on purpose use hiragana instead of katakana just for fun. It gives it a soft look, right?
あーそうね。
Hiragana is kind of cute and softer.
そうだね。
カタカナ
ひらがなでキュートとかさ、
Yeah,
書
some
いてる
people
書
will
くの
write
ね。
hiragana. They use hiragana to write cute.
ツイッターとかね。
Yes, on Twitter and such. So there is definitely uses for it that are interesting and that add to the culture. So there's no way you can eliminate it, right? When it comes to pronunciation, though,
はい。
it screws up Japanese people's original pronunciation. But I have some students
はい。
who speak very well, have good pronunciation, but they still use it to kind of remind themselves how to pronounce.
あ
But so they write it on top of the English words, right? But when they pronounce it correctly.
ーあ
So it doesn't, it depends on the student. You can teach a student to use it as a guide.
ー、そうだね。
And here's another problem with the complaint. Some people want to get rid of it. Many of you are studying Japanese, right?
Right.
And many of you cannot read hiragana, right? You're still using romaji or the English alphabet. So that's just the same argument, right? I mean, you shouldn't be studying Japanese using English. But and some people say, Victor, why do you put romaji here? So you should use hiragana. Yes, but if I do that, I lose half the audience.
あ
And that's the same thing that happens in a Japanese classroom, right?
そうか。
If you get rid of katakana, half the kids don't know what you're talking about.
あー、そうね。
So that's the other problem, So you're never going to get rid of it, right? But anyway, it's an interesting debate, and I guess we have to talk about these things. But again, we're never going to get rid of hiragana, katakana,
そ
or
うだ
kanji.
ね。うん。
The best we can hope for is to get more Japanese to understand English, the original English, and maybe that'll happen someday.
はい。サムデイ。
But how's your daughter's English? Her pronunciation is good, right?
プロナンセーションはね、うん。まあまあ、私よりいいかな。
Kids, here's the truth. For adults, it's much more difficult to fix the problem.
そうです。
このいい年でね。
はい。
When we become over the age of 25 or so, it's much harder to fix the pronunciation. But when you have kids, you have a good chance.
はい。
Even if they don't pronounce it right, you can make sure that their mouths develop the facility to pronounce it right later in life.
そうだね。
And when kids concentrate, they do it. They can do it. So I wouldn't worry about it too much.
はい。
But anyway, anything you want to say about katakana?
カタカナはじゃあ、でも、まあいいや、カタカナで好きとか書くとやっぱ可愛いよ。そうか。
When you write suki in katakana, it's cute.
Ne?
So there you go. Anyway, that's what we got. Check the article in the description.
は
Right?
い。ビクターの言葉がね。
There's some jerk named Victor Bojo who's
じゃあ
quoted. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Check that guy out. Give him some
す
hate.
ごいじゃない、乗ったの。
Anyway, thanks for watching and talk to you
あ
guys
りがと
soon.
うございます。
See you later.
またね
Bye.
ー。